Hi there, it's Rebecca from Sapphire Coast Tarot. Today I will be doing a reading for the sign of Sagittarius. This will be a reading, this is a love reading. This is for April, May, June, whenever it comes in for you. This is a past, present and future reading, so hopefully something does resonate with you. So let's see what we've got for Sagittarius. I hope that you have all been well and you're enjoying your weekend or week. I am running another competition for a free personal reading. This will be between the 19th of April and the 19th of May. All you need to do is put a green heart in the comments, and I will get in contact with you after the 19th of May. If the reading does resonate with you, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you have subscribed already, I really am very grateful for that subscription. This is a free channel, so I do not take money for personal readings. I do not do extendeds, and I don't have WhatsApp, PayPal, etc. So if anyone does contact you for some money, that is not me. Okay, so we're going to start off with the 10 of Wands in the past for you, Sagittarius. We are then going to pull the Moon card. We've got the Chariot. We've got the Empress. Then we have got the Five of Swords, the Page of Pentacles in the present. As I said, the reading, it's past, present and future, but it's wherever you're up to in your story. We then have the Nine of Swords. I'll just move that up a bit there so you can see the cards. Well, you can't see them, but I'll show you what they are in a minute. Okay, so then we have the Hanged Man in the future, and we also have got the Lovers. Well, this is a love reading, so that's very nice energy there, Sagittarius. Okay, you still can't see. I'll move them over a bit more. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, we have got the Ace of Pentacles. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is an earth energy, so either you have earth in your chart, being a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo. This does talk about your finances and your home environment. This card represents prosperity and material gains. Good financial rewards. You may also be receiving some sort of a document that's very important, or an important letter that you may be receiving as well. There are money or gifts on their way to you, Sagittarius. So that's nice. We'll talk about that shortly, but we'll get into the love reading now. Okay, so in the past we have the 10 of Wands, which this is fire energy, so I feel that this is you. The 10 of Wands talks about action, initiation, initiative, inspiration, or it could be something to do with your job as well. You have been feeling very weary and overwhelmed. Possibly very overburdened, under pressure and strain. This card's asking you to take a step back, maybe look at a better approach. Possibly you've taken on this wonderful new project, but you're now feeling very overworked. So you could have taken on too much. So that's what that card there symbolizes for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so we have the Moon card. So you could have been dealing with a Pisces, or someone that has Pisces in their chart, or you could have Pisces in your chart, Sagittarius. The moon does talk about, it does represent illusions. You could have had some sort of possible deception or uncertainty around you. So your emotions are very highly charged and fluctuating, or they have been, or they will be. Your dreams may have been very vivid for you. This card's saying that you do need to trust your intuition and gut instincts. I know that that's very difficult because we choose to ignore our gut instincts often, and we tend to go with our heart or our practical mind. This card's saying please don't jump to conclusions. Don't act in haste. Take your time until things become clearer. So keep a lid on that fiery energy that you have there, Sagittarius, and just wait and see what is going to happen. Trust your instincts and wait for things to become clearer as your emotions are very highly charged. Now, we have just had the new moon in Aries. So as you're a fire sign, you are ready and raring to go at this time. And I know it's hard to put a lid on something. Okay, so we have the Chariot card here. We have the Chariot card represents Cancer. So you may have a Cancer in your chart. You could have a Cancer moon or a Cancer rising or a Cancer Venus. You also could be dealing with someone who has Cancer, or they're a Cancer in their chart, or they're a Cancer. The Chariot talks about forward movement. So either you're wanting to move towards someone, Sagittarius, and or you have someone moving towards you. But I mean, either or, you just take it how your situation works for you. This card is a card of triumph over difficulties. It does talk about self-discipline that will be required. If you do master this, you are going to have some victory and achievement. So what you need to do is focus on one path. You may have been spinning a lot of plates, Sagittarius. So that you're not going to be focused if you've got many, your fingers in many pots, or you've got a lot to think about. What you need to do is think about the one path. So I know that's hard for you to do, Sagittarius, as Sagittarius likes, they're very energetic and they like to do everything all together at once. This card saying slow down, just focus on the one path. Things will become clearer as we have the moon card there, as I said, so don't jump to conclusions. The Chariot does also represent travel. So you could be wanting to go somewhere. Either you're going to go on holidays or you're wanting some time alone. It can also represent someone moving towards you as well. The roles can be reversed. Perseverance is required though. So before you, in this card we have I don't know what they're called, these Egyptian things down here. They're not actually moving as such. They're quite cemented there. There's no horses. They're not moving straight away. So it seems like you may have had some time to think. So even though you want to get up and go, Sagittarius, maybe you need to think about your situation a little bit more first and just focus on that one path. Okay, so in the present, we have the Empress, we have the Five of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So the Empress does represent either you're standing in your power, so you know your worth, and male or female, it doesn't make any difference. If you're a male, you are standing in your feminine energy, you know what you're worth. This card talks about growth, prosperity, and fertility. This card brings happy results, good rewards for work and efforts. It's also someone who's very creative, nurturing and warm. It can sometimes represent a mother figure as well, but this talks about being in solid and happy relationships. There could also be possibly a marriage or a permanent sort of commitment. You could be moving in with someone. You could be taking the next step as to having a date, talking on the phone, whatever it means for you. But it is about a steady relationship, in some form. As I said, this person knows her worth. So now that you know your worth, you're not going to put up with, crap, basically. Right, so then we have, after that, we have got the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords talks about, it's an air energy, so you could have a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius in your chart, Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with someone who is one of those signs. The signs don't really matter, really. It's just to give you some sort of an idea on personality, really. Five of Swords talks about that someone around you is not being honest. There's a deceitful type of energy. They may also have a hidden agenda. Someone is actually leaving without telling you the truth. So just be careful who you are around. You need to operate ethically in this situation. And also the card does show some sort of a defeat or loss. I think it possibly may be in a relationship. It could be with a child. It could be with a parent. It could be with your significant other. But just be aware that that energy is around you and that they're not being honest. It's a deceitful type of energy that's come up. As you can see here, we've got a person here standing with their sword in the air, and they've decided to take all those swords there. So that's quite a greedy, very greedy energy. And as I said, it is an air energy, so just be aware of any air signs that are around you, or if you've got air in your chart. I don't think this is you though. I'm thinking that there could be someone around you that is not telling the truth. They could just be not being honest with you. It doesn't mean that they're being deceitful. They just don't want to tell you, So that's what's happening there, Sagittarius. Okay, so here we have an offer possibly, or a message coming in from a Page of Pentacles. Pages are messages. So, and the Page of Pentacles is a very serious and steady person. It does often bring some good news, and it's relied upon this news. Okay, so this page is very hardworking. They're a polite person. This could bring some good luck to do with your finances as well, or it could just be a message. It could be a message of love. It could be a message to do with your finances, but this will be making changes to your life. So that's very good. This person that you do get the message from is a solid and studious person. That may come, could be someone that's coming into your life that could be like that. So they could actually be younger than you, Sagittarius, as well. So that's a very nice energy to have coming in. I mean, we always like good news that's going to be coming in, whether that comes in the form of a message or someone close to you gives you some news about something, either financially or anything. I mean, it could be any situation in your life. So that's how I see that. Okay, so let's look into the future. All right, so we've got the Nine of Swords, we've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Lovers. Okay, so the Nine of Swords tells me that you may be having some sleepless nights. Sleepless nights is not good, believe me, I know all about it. At the moment, we are going through a lot of transformations in the energy, If you are a spiritually awakening, this is another possible reason why you could be up and down at night, but you need to get your sleep. Okay, so this card talks about suffering and disappointment and despair. So or maybe some anxiety. So something's going on that you're overthinking because you're having these sleepless nights. Some sort of inner suffering. And you will continue to suffer if you don't follow the advice of getting some sleep. And I know that's hard, believe me. People tell me that, I've got to sleep, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But if you're spiritually awakening and you've got a lot on your mind, or if you're dreaming a lot and you're not even actually aware of the dreams, like you can't remember them, in our dreams, we are out in our dreams living our life. We're living our other life. So that's why we're just too busy. Our mind's just too busy. And if you've been thinking a lot or suffering about a disappointment, or you have a lot of anxiety going on, this could be why as well. So as I said, there's a lot of changes in the universe at the moment. So anything could be happening in your world. You could also be, after receiving this message here from this person who's very reliable, or you may have got a text message or something, this may cause you to be up because you're thinking about that. Or you could also be thinking about this person here that is not being honest with you. This, as I said, it's a deceitful energy. It's a hidden agenda. And someone may have left you without telling you the truth. It does talk about defeat and loss. So it's not surprising that you're up thinking about that. You're suffering and you've got that disappointment and despair, that anxiety that increases around you. But because of that, you're not having any sleep. But you do have some good news here with this Page of Pentacles coming in, who is a messenger, and they are someone that can be very relied upon. It could be to do with your finances, as I said. I don't see any cups here as yet. So we're not talking about your love and emotions and relationships as yet. So we're just talking about your money here so far. But you could have someone, you could want to be moving towards someone, or someone's going to be moving towards you, Sagittarius, in regards to something. Okay, so we talked about the sleepless nights, despair. Okay, so now you're moving into the Hanged Man energy. So there is some sort of a period of suspension at the moment. Maybe you need to look at matters from a different and fresh perspective. This card's telling you that you need to let go of something so you can gain something better. If you're thinking about your past, you're not going to be able to move into your future. If your past is causing you disappointment, the anxiety that's keeping you awake, you're not going to be able to move into your future. The universe is just going to keep blocking you. You're not going to get anywhere if you keep thinking about your past. You need to move on from that energy. The Hanged Man also talks about you may get some delayed gratification, which is a form of self-sacrifice. So you may have to sacrifice something that you enjoy, or some sort of self-sacrifice to get this gratification. There is a solution through this, through better understanding. So this, as this card says, you may need to look at matters from a different and fresh perspective. Okay, so then we have the Lovers. Lover. Okay, so the Lovers is, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Sagittarius as well. This does talk about perfect union, the expression through love. You could also have possible love choices, as Gemini is the twins. This card talks about commitment, marriage, or solid friendships. It talks about romantic bliss, so this is what could be happening with you at the moment. It talks about harmony with yourself as well as someone else. This is life-changing. So whatever's happening in your world is very, you could be, this is in your future as well. This is in your future row, so this may not have even happened yet. But this talks about being with someone who, you know, that you can grow with. It's a perfect union, and you express to each other through love, and it's a very positive card. So that's what's happening for you in the future. So, okay, so I'm going to read from, I'm going to have a look at the bottom of the deck for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Pentacles, as I said. This talks about your material aspects of life. So there is prosperity and material gains, some good financial rewards. If you're waiting on a document or a letter, you may be receiving this in the future. Some sort of money, or maybe you're going to get a gift from someone. Okay, so then we have got Temperance. Temperance is a Sagittarius energy, so this is you. Sagittarius represents, Sagittarius doesn't, but this card represents moderation. What you're needing to have is some patience and the ability to compromise, because you need to find that satisfactory solution, which is going to be bring you that harmony and compatibility. So compromising in whatever situation's going on with you. Once you do this, though, you are going to be able to reach this satisfactory solution, and you're going to be able to have that harmony and compatibility and that perfect union that we're talking about with the lovers. The perfect union that we've got here with the lovers also comes up again with the Temperance card. This is a perfect union. So a receptive environment for reconciliation. So you're balancing your emotions, and this can often bring some form of healing. So you know sort of that you may need to heal some childhood issues. If the same issue keeps coming up again, you may need to heal something from your past, or you may still be living in your past. You need to move on from your past. You need to heal from your past and then move on from your past as well. Okay, so we have got the Nine of Wands. This is fire energy. So this talks about the road has been very, very long. You may feel like giving up. Success is closer than you think. You just need to gain that inner strength, Sagittarius, and the reserves that you have inside you for the final push. So that's what that card there talks about, Sagittarius. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess here, which talks about there could be some mysteries and secrets being revealed to your benefit. So maybe someone, you'll be finding out something about a situation or someone. So that's good energy as well. I mean, we always like to find out secrets. Maybe they're not so good, but usually they are good, and that helps you move forward. You need to follow your instincts and your intuition on this. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore your instincts and your intuition, because they're always spot on. Even if you have a feeling in your gut and later on you don't remember it, as soon as you have that feeling, whatever it may be, whatever comes into your head, whatever your gut is telling you, so you can remember, write down the feeling. Write down the feeling, because later on, when your heart and your head takes over, you're not going to remember that gut instinct. So it's a good idea just to write it down, keep it somewhere, and look back on it later on when you're having to make a decision about someone or something. So remember that instinct and write it down. This card is saying you've also had this here with the moon, that you need to trust your instincts here. So this has come up here and also at the end. Okay? You're having the sleepless nights. You're standing in your Empress energy. Someone around you is not being honest. The Hanged Man calls for a bit of patience, and you need to look at things a little bit differently, and you may have to sacrifice something. We're talking about a perfect union here with the Lovers, and with this High Priestess, you need to trust your instincts. Trust that gut. There could also be a potential there that you haven't even explored as yet as well. So maybe having a look at a situation in a different way can help as well. This card does represent spirituality. So you may need to get into your spirituality energy and maybe do some meditation, have some time on your own, whether that be on a bike or a walk in the park or go to the beach or do some meditation. This will be able to help you keep calm in the situation and find that balance that this card is asking for. So you need to find a different way of looking at things. The High Priestess also talks about wisdom and desire for knowledge and learning. So you may feel like you need to do some sort of a course because you may be a little bit bored or you want to advance in your career. But I'm thinking that this is to do with your spirituality. So if you're not sure what that means, you can just look up meditation on YouTube. There's a whole heap. Or if you feel like you need to heal from something, just look up healing the past on YouTube. And there's a whole heap of things that are going to come up. You'll be amazed at what happens. Just put in meditation, and there's ones that go for half an hour, ones that go for 5 minutes, anything for the amount of time that you've got. Like if you're super busy, you're only going to have 5 minutes up your sleeve, but put that into your day, and then you're going to be you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so much better. But it does talk about knowledge and a desire for learning and wisdom there. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, which talks about love. So in this reading, you've had the Lovers. You've also had the Empress. And what else have we got here? We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, so that's an ace. So we've got two aces. We've got Temperance, which is a great card as well. Moderation, patience, harmony, and compatibility, and a perfect union. Balancing emotions, and the High Priestess. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Cups. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful energy. This is love, emotions, and relationships. This could be, you could be going into a new relationship, or you could be in a new relationship. It talks about love and happiness, or you could have a renewal of a union. It could be also you may be pregnant as well, or there could be someone around you that is pregnant or going to give birth. This card talks about emotional euphoria. It is real love. It's a fresh beginning. You could also just have an emotional interest in someone else as well, which is nice. But this card's saying that you need to lay that past to rest. Stop thinking about it. You can't move forward without it. So that's actually beautiful. So that's your second ace in this reading. So that's really, really nice. Okay. So next we have the Devil. Okay. So the Devil is not necessarily a bad card. This is Capricorn energy. So you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or you could have Capricorn in your chart. There's a situation that is dragging you down. You are feeling hopeless to change it. There could also be some sort of an addictions that are controlling you. So you are overindulging in something. So you're either overindulging in alcohol, You're overindulging in drugs, cigarettes, too much food, too much sex, too much, anything too much of something is an addiction, and you are finding it difficult. This is controlling you, and the more you do this, the more this upsets you. So whatever your, the situation that you're in, or the situation that you're thinking about that you think that you can't get out of, is dragging you down. So whatever's happening, you need to get rid of the addiction so you can take control of it and start to think clearly, because it's upsetting you, this addiction. This is only making your situation worse. There could also be some sort of lust around you, or greed, that is destructive as well. This card's saying that you do need to take control of this, take control of this addiction, and walk free. This card also does talk about secrecy or some secret plans that are around you as well. So get control of those addictions, and you will think and feel a hell of a lot better. Okay, so here we have another fabulous card, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands talks about stability and satisfied in what you have accomplished. You can now afford some time off, possibly, maybe even a little holiday, some rest and relaxation with your mates, or your family. This is a really good card. It's a feel-good factor card. It talks about contentment, and you could also have plans for getting married as well, or someone around you could be feeling like they're going to be, because that's the second time that the marriage thing has come up in this reading, or it might even be third, actually. Could be third. I'm not sure. Okay, so after that we've got the 10 of Pentacles. All 10s are fabulous. So we've got a 10 of Pentacles. This talks about financial stability. You could also be having, selling a property as well. So you could you could be receiving some possessions that are being passed down from family. This card is talking about updating, and what you need to do is update your will, your insurances, your trust, your superannuation, and all of that sort of stuff, because you could possibly be having a large sum of money come in. Okay. So once all that's happened, you've got a Knight of Pentacles coming in. So this is nice. Knight of Pentacles. This is a very stable person, steady and trustworthy person. You may have been waiting on this person for forever. But they are finally coming. You might be with someone and they're finally going to step up to the plate. You might have been waiting on this person forever, or you could be single as well, and you could just be in this loved up mode as well. You don't necessarily, you could be loving yourself. You could have learned lots of lessons, and you could just be feeling that loving energy as well. But this Ace of Cups here tells me that you're on the right road to something really nice here. So this is a Knight of Pentacles. As I said, if you're in a relationship, this could be someone else as well coming in towards you. This male or female, it doesn't matter. You could also be feeling like you're the Knight of Pentacles and wanting to move towards someone, and it's taken you a long time to get to them and tell them, because this Knight takes forever to get there, but he can be relied on because he will get there. But this Knight could be coming in for you. And this could be to do with your finances, or it could just be a steady and trustworthy person who wants to come and spend some time with you. It could also be anywhere of your life as well. It could be to do with your work. It could be money. It could be love. as I said, that this individual can be relied upon. Okay, so here we have the Fool. After the Knight has come in, you've decided to take a leap of faith. This talks about unexpected opportunities. You need to remain open, as you will be making a major choice. You're taking that leap of faith. You will be growing as a result. There's new beginnings and exciting new journeys. This is the first card of the deck, and this is all about the very, very start, the very, very beginning. So maybe after the Knight of Pentacles has come in, you have decided to take a leap of faith and go a different direction. Anyway, that's what I've got for you, Sagittarius. So I hope you've enjoyed your reading. I am going to pull you a universal love card so we can get possibly some advice for you. You can decide where you are in that part of the reading that I just told you, but that's sort of what's happening, and that's something to look forward to because it's quite a good reading. Okay, so we've got that, just jumped straight out. So that's a sacred union. Sacred union is very nice. Okay, so let's look at that for you. Sacred union. A touch, a word, or a glance reveals your beloved. A current friendship may blossom into something more. An everyday connection transforms into a physical and or spiritual relationship with the blessings of the divine. Love becomes all-embracing. This is your season of love, a time of romance and happiness. Honor yourself and all your relationships by celebrating their divinity. Raise up and care for your friendships, unions, and partnerships as your most precious treasures. You are a beautiful soul. Look within and you will see it. There is a pearl in your heart. Close your eyes and feel it. Within each other you discover love's infinite spiritual realm. In union with the divine, you can come to know the greatest love of all. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pull you a Gaia Oracle as well as some further advice for you. You've got a fair few ups and downs in this reading, Sagittarius, I will say that. But in general, you'll know where you are and you'll know what's going on in your life. This is just like a little bit of guidance for you. Okay, so what do we have for Sagittarius spirits and guides? We have got the Night Wind, and we've also got the Liberation card. Right, let's have a look at that. I'm going to read you the Night Wind, facing fear, subconscious release and healing. And we also have Liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Interesting. Okay, let's see. So we've got 23 and 25. And I opened straight up to it. How good is that? Okay, this card relates to the disturbed sleep patterns, vivid dreams or nightmares you have been experiencing. What we talk about, Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. Okay, something is troubling you, yet you are not openly acknowledging this, either to yourself or others. This unresolved issue has created fear and anxiety, which you have yet to resolve. Because of this, your subconscious mind is processing the issue as you sleep, the fear resurfacing in your dreams time and time again in various forms and guises. This is your subconscious mind's way of dealing with the issue and forcing you to face your fear. On some level, this is helpful. However, the only way this issue can be resolved is by consciously facing your fear. First, truly acknowledge your fear. Express it in detail by writing it down. Then share it by talking about it with someone you trust. This simple process takes some courage, but it is well worth it. Acknowledging and expressing your fear is the first major step towards healing the issue. You'll find that all will be resolved soon. The affirmation for you, Sagittarius, is I share my fears and concerns with those I trust and love. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. All will soon be resolved. I am safe. I am loved. I face my fear and feel it dissolve in a pool of love. Okay, so we've got 25, liberation, breaking free from a negative attachment. Whether you realize it or not, you have become too emotionally attached or dependent on someone or something, or you have allowed or inadvertently caused someone to get too emotionally attached to you. What at first seemed like a healthy friendship or interest now seems to be taking over your life or is creating too much codependency. A situation that initially seemed like a positive has now revealed its negative side. This is, in effect, like a form of addiction. So we're talking about addictions with the Devil card. So you may have a codependency issue from childhood that you need to look into and heal. So if that's the case, you can just Google or look on YouTube codependency, and you can work through that. As I said, this is an effect like a form of addiction. You are advised to examine this issue and then create some space between you. For your sake and the sake of others, you must do whatever it takes to break free from this negative emotional attachment. Initially, this may cause some resentment and even a sense of panic, but the end result will be worth it. When you manage to emotionally detach yourself from the issue, you will have learnt a valuable lesson, and this will serve you well in the future. If you don't learn these lessons, Sagittarius, they're just going to keep coming up. The universe will just keep sending you these type of people. If you want to, if you want to move out of this codependency, you need to learn the lesson so then you can move on and have the best relationship of your life. Okay, so the affirmation is, I release myself from all negative attachment. I trust that this is for my highest good. I trust that this is for my highest good of all. I help others most by not allowing myself or them be codependent. I look at every situation in a balanced way. Okay, some great advice there, Sagittarius. So hopefully that does resonate for you. If it does, just give it a thumbs up. If it doesn't, remember to look at your moon sign, because sometimes, if you are spiritual, sometimes your moon sign can actually resonate more than your sun sign as well. Look into your rising sign if you're sort of around the moon, the new moon or the full moon. That's a good indication. Or you can look into your Venus sign for love and finances as well. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. Remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you in the next reading. So hopefully this has helped you or guided you in some form. And I will see you next time, Sagittarius. Okay, bye.